President Biden has successfully signed a debt ceiling bill, effectively averting the debt ceiling crisis. The bill received approval from the House of Representatives on Wednesday and passed in the Senate with a vote of 63 to 36 on Thursday. With President Biden's signature, the debt ceiling crisis is now over. It's worth noting the key takeaways from this bill and analyzing who the winners and losers may be. Firstly, the bill imposes spending caps for the next 2 years. Discretionary spending will remain flat in 2024, but it will be allowed to increase by 1% in 2025. This compromise reflects a middle ground between the Democrats' desire to increase federal spending by 7% and the Republicans' aim to cut discretionary spending by 20%. Both sides had to make concessions, resulting in a spending freeze followed by a modest increase. Regarding student loans, the bill does not address loan cancellation or forgiveness. However, it ends the student loan payment freeze, which had been in question. Both Democrats and Republicans agreed not to modify Medicare and Social Security to reduce the deficit. In terms of IRS funding, the IRS received an additional $80 billion in the Inflation Reduction Act. While Republicans aim to have $70 billion returned, only $1.4 billion will be taken back immediately in 2024. Another $10 billion will be redirected towards other federal agencies in both 2024 and 2025. Work requirements for food aid saw a compromise as well. Republicans gained ground by expanding work requirements to individuals aged 54 and younger, up from 49 years old. Meanwhile, Democrats secured expanded food aid for homeless veterans and foster youths. The Democrats emerged as clear winners in the realm of green energy. They secured $369 billion of clean energy funding, which will remain untouched. The permitting process for both fossil fuels and green energy underwent some streamlining to benefit both sides. The bill agreed to claw back $28 billion of unspent COVID-19 relief funds, with $5 billion retained for research and development of new vaccines and treatments. This signals the conclusion of the COVID-19 public health emergency declared over on May 11. Defense spending presents an exception to the spending freeze, with a cap of $886 billion for 2024, representing a 3.2% increase from the current budget. However, Republicans voiced discontent, claiming this increase fails to keep up with inflation, ultimately resulting in a decrease in military spending. Overall, neither side achieved a complete victory, and it can be seen as a compromise. However, politicians are still content as they have the opportunity to allocate the substantial amount of money available. The bill's passage concludes the debt ceiling topic for the next 2 years, and any further input or opinions are encouraged.